it was a success. What they did was a success. So that's good. Okay. So in this case, we mentioned that posterior STEMI is involving the posterior side or the back part of the heart. So in this case, the problem here is the blockage in the circumflex artery, which we fix, and including the OM. But as I told you, this posterior side of the heart is shared by two coronary arteries. If there's a posterior STEMI coming from the circ, then the circ will be fixed. They put a stent. If the posterior STEMI is caused by the posterior descending artery of the RCA, then that needs to be fixed and open up. Okay, so we fixed the problem. They open up the blocked circumflex and the OM. This is, this is the cause of our posterior STEMI. The blocked circumflex artery, and it's one of its branches. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so we usually do 3 kinds of ECGs in the unit. Okay, or in emerge. So usually, if a patient comes in, they do the basic ECG, even the paramedics or the advanced life support, they do that. So in that case, if you do a basic 12-lead ECG, what you do is you only check the leads on leaf leads, which are 6, 1, 2, 3, AVR, LF, and the precordial leads, V1, 2, V6. Okay. But in this case, because they suspected there's something going on, I do not see any elevation in inferior leads and the lateral leads. So they decided whether, to check the posterior leads, which they did. Okay. When you do check the posterior leads, actually, you usually, we involve here 18 leads. So in this case, we have here 12 leads. And sometimes we add up B2R to V4R to check for RV infarction. And then go with the V5, then we go with the V7, V8. Okay, we go to V7, V8, and V9. Okay. So in this case, what they did, they did 15 leads here. They skipped the RV leads here. They proceeded to the posterior leads, which showed all this elevation. Now, sometimes we do the 15 leads, where we do the basic leads of 12-lead ECG, and we include the V2R to V4R. That comprises our 15 leads. And then if we do 18 leads here, we do everything. We do the basic 12 leads, we go with the RV leads, 3 leads, and we go with the 3 posterior leads. That makes up 18. But in this case, they picked only the posterior leads, and in the cath lab, they did involve 1 RV lead, and then the rest are just posterior leads. Okay, so we have no ST elevation on the inferior leads and then the lateral leads. We have a precordial lead here with ST depression, B1, 2, and 3. ST, these are reciprocal ST depressions confirmed by our direct posterior lead placement, P7, V8, and 9. And the procedure was a success. Okay, so I will follow this with Tagalog version. So these are just my drawing for the ECGs here. Okay, and as you see, we have the basic leads, but if we go involve the RV leads, then we go to the right side. Okay, and then we have another drawing here that involves 18 leads here going to the back, and the V7 is actually posterior axilla. And then there is a tip of the scapula for the B8, and the para spinal is the B9. Okay? Thank you so much.